Okay, go. What the heck was that?
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at
Some
some
of these
terrifying
videos.
paranormal investigations
Uh-oh.
that may show
Whoops.
real proof.
There we
So
go.
hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content, just like this.
There we go. It's taken me a while to figure out this stuff.
This first video is from the YouTube channel Cater's Clips. Set in the East Midlands of England, it's only fitting that a hunt for ghosts in the
Lincolnshire.
homeland of William Shakespeare would bring us to what might just be
Gotta
the
love
most
the names of
haunted
these
theatre in
places.
all of England. The footage was shot when Tim Matthews and the South Yorkshire Ghost Hunters visited the Old Nick Theatre in Gainsborough, Lincolnshire, in an attempt to confirm sightings of
Oh, I
paranormal
pronounced
activity.
it totally wrong.
On the left side of the screen, you can see what looks like a piece of paper glide across the stage before picking up speed, as though being transported by an invisible hand. If you slow the footage down, there is indeed a piece of paper that strangely glides across the stage.
Maybe there was a draft?
While some have speculated that the object could be an actor's script, to this day it's not actually been identified. Nobody in attendance
Well, there's no way you're going to identify it from that footage.
It wasn't until the footage was reviewed later that its mysterious movement was spotted.
Probably a draft.
The Old Nick Theatre has a long history, and it's thought to be haunted by the souls of those who likely made their last curtain calls at the site. It started
How many people made their last curtain calls?
and magistrates' court. Now, people attending shows or passing by the theatre often report seeing apparitions of policemen and convicts wandering around. In fact, the theatre is so notorious for hosting paranormal activity that it was even featured in an episode of Most Haunted that aired in 2015.
Interesting.
Today, the theatre is a hotspot for supernatural investigations due to
So
the
why don't
fact
we
that
hear
more
more
than
about it?
25 deaths have been documented on the premises.
Oh.
Keen to check out a show? You might just see something more than you bargained for.
There's a lot of people dead there.
This next bit of footage offers an interesting insight
how
into
many
what
of
a
them were from
spontaneous
theater and
ghostly
how many of them were
interruption
from
might
that
look like.
court.
Uploaded to the YouTube channel Ghosted UK, the video shows a group of people gathered inside what appears to be some type of small shop. Unfortunately, the person who shared this interesting piece of ghost footage doesn't provide much context. We don't know much about where or why this video was recorded. However, the date stamp on the video does reveal it was captured on the 23rd of September 2019. Luckily, what happens on camera pretty much explains itself.
Xbox Connects.
The footage is grainy and raw. However, the stunned and unnerved reactions of those in attendance can clearly be seen. A noisy disruption that's coming from the front corner of the shop grabs everyone's attention. It's only a few seconds later that we see and hear what appears to be someone or something knocking objects down from the wall.
He's touching your knees, Andrew, for some reason.
This simple and brief recording appears to show that some ghosts might not be shy at all.
Well, we see something flip off there.
What do you think was responsible for this bizarre disturbance? Was it really something supernatural, or could there be another explanation for this mysterious video?
Of course there could be.
Love to hear your thoughts on this one in the comment section below.
Interesting. It looked like it just flew right off.
This next video has critics divided over whether or not it actually shows evidence of paranormal activity. In it, Matt Benton of Devil's Hour Productions walks viewers through his very spooky encounter that took place in April of 2017 at the infamous Higginsport School in Ohio. Built in 1881, the school now stands as an abandoned beacon for ghost seekers, attracting paranormal enthusiasts from all over the country who dare to attempt to capture a ghost on camera. Benton claims to have spent 12 hours at the school in full isolation inside the building.
Maybe I've just been watching too many scary videos today, but
without interruptions or interference from crew members.
Pictures of that building bother me.
At a little over halfway through the video, it seems that a ghost may have decided to make its presence known. Matt was able to capture footage of a door shutting for no apparent reason. leaf is not moving. The leaf is not moving. Okay, now it is.
Interesting.
It's easy to anticipate what everyone's first thought might be after watching the door close. Could it simply have been wind that forced it shut?
I guess
Certainly
so.
a valid theory. In fact, it's so valid that Matt Benton himself tried to debunk his own footage.
I mean,
Sometime later, he returned to the scene with his crew and attempted to use a high-powered leaf blower to close the door. So did it work? The footage seems to prove that it didn't.
well,
It's also worth
I don't
noting that
know.
in the original footage, nothing else appears to be affected by the wind, which seems to indicate that there was no breeze blowing on the day he recorded his clip. The leaf is not moving.
Well, you can see behind him in the background,
So
there's
what do you think? Was the door's
where
movement
that
really the
window
result
is,
of some
you
supernatural
can see like
interaction, or
leaves
is
or
there
something
another, more
moving, but they're
simple
not moving very
explanation?
much. You can see some movement of those little leaves over there.
This next clip comes from the YouTube channel Ghosty Boys. It appears that during one of their paranormal investigations, they might have captured an apparition on film at Mission San Juan Capistrano in San Antonio, Texas.
Huh.
Known as a popular location for ghost
There's a
sightings,
San
it
Juan
seems that on
Capistrano
this
in
occasion it
Southern
certainly
California
didn't
also.
disappoint. At one point in the footage, a white mass can be seen moving across the screen before reaching towards one of the paranormal investigators.
Ooh.
Notably, the
Show
shape
that again?
materializes while the investigator is attempting to capture an EVP.
So it's raining.
The image that is captured on film shows up immediately after the investigator
And
asks if any
something-
present spirit could state their name.
If anyone's here,
Come on,
can you
show
please
it.
state your name?
We then see a large, translucent shape swirl into view.
Ooh.
It seems to brush right
Is-
up against the
there
investigator
any
before
way that-
darting out of sight.
That could have been from anybody's breath, or is anybody
The
smoking?
mission where this chilling video was captured hides a tragic history. In 1812, more than 40 Native Americans died in an earthquake while attending Mass on the premises. And that's not where the spooky history ends either. The landmark's
Pretty.
well-known El Adobe de Capistrano restaurant is the former town court and jail. In fact, the spot where the inmates were kept in jail is now the restaurant's wine cellar. Each year on Halloween, ghost lovers flock to the
Go
spot
spend the night
in the
down
hopes of
there.
catching a glimpse of the spirits of yesteryear. Would you be game enough to pay a visit to the Mission San Juan Capistrano?
Go with a group of friends.
Ghost whisperer Tony Ferguson shares a spooky encounter that he caught on film during one of his scary paranormal investigations. Tony was contacted by a few Southampton locals, saying that they had seen a mysterious black mass of some kind lurking in the cemetery. The area has a track that leads to the shoreline and is popular with dog walkers. The witnesses asked if Tony could
Like
investigate
a
the area
person
to make sure
mass?
it's safe.
Or just a blob.
In the video, we see Tony searching the graveyard. After a while, you can see what looks like a large cloud-like light come into view, then disappear from sight in the bottom corner of the
Ooh.
screen.
Yeah, maybe that was the headlights
While the
passing?
shape doesn't have a clear bodily form, it certainly conjures up images of the classic phantom, transparent and ethereal in its movements.
Maybe because the video footage isn't
As you
that
might
good?
recall, a few weeks ago we featured another interesting piece
Maybe
of footage
a
captured
car
by
was
Tony
passing and
in
lights
the
were there and it
notorious
jacked
Badmin
up the
jail.
way the video recorded
It
it.
shows what looks to be an eerie hooded figure walking down the end of the hallway.
Wait, show that again?
Shortly after, Tony got in contact with us and wanted to give a bit more insight into what happened that day.
So, we were at Bob and Joe in the basement, and in the time we were there, the lights
See,
actually went off in the basement.
The video
and the 2
here
floors
looks
above
good
stayed
and
on,
crisp, but
which
the other
was
video
even
is
peculiar
not.
Because the actual 2 floors above were the same circuit
Oh,
with
excuse
the
me.
basement. So Bob and Joe
Ooh.
couldn't understand why that went off and the rest of them didn't. We've actually placed the camera, static camera, down on the shelf while trying to debunk this. And as we have, you'll see an apparition that just walks past. Now, Bob and Jill actually look to their camera CCTV because they get a lot of paranormal claims, and they can actually verify that there was no living person down there with us at that particular time. So that makes the actual capture extra special.
So Bodmin Jail actually verified via their own CCTV system that there was no one else in the building when this eerie figure was caught on camera. If you want to check out more fascinating paranormal captures, I'll put a link to Tony's socials in the description box below.
And that one might just be the video recorded the light passing
strangely. Before we take a look at some terrifying footage of a demon-like creature spotted in the woods,
I mean, those are questionable.
Hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there. That way you'll be notified every time we upload our scary videos.
Super solid as far as information that you can use to make a definitive decision.
This last clip on our list was uploaded to YouTube by popular paranormal investigator Ricky Velasquez. The footage, which was captured in a small town in Veracruz, Mexico, seems to show some sort of strange creature lurking in the darkness. Velasquez and his partner take us on an after-dark tour of a forlorn landscape consisting of brick buildings and overgrown brush.
Wonder how old it is, how long it's been deserted.
The paranormal investigators utilized thermal imaging throughout the tour, attempting to detect anything supernatural.
That's kind of cool.
While the video footage is very interesting, it's mostly uneventful. However, that all changes when Velasquez stumbles upon what can only be described as a demon creature haunting the eerie, darkened landscape.
Whoa. Wait,
the beast
who's
is
with
difficult
you?
to make out at first. If you slow the footage down, you can see it in more detail.
That's a little kid and a dog.
Squatting alongside what appears to be a fox or coyote is some sort of bizarre-looking creature. It has oversized eyes and thick forearms. Some have even likened its appearance to a large insect.
No. I see a little kid and a dog. Are we looking at completely different photos?
Is it really a demon, or perhaps even a creature yet to be classified by science?
I see a little kid and a dog.
The explorer, and he'll likely think twice before returning to this creepy location anytime soon.
No. The kid was probably just watching you guys.
If you want to see some more freaky paranormal footage,
and you didn't know he was there.
Otherwise, there's a scary
and he
playlist
scared
right
you
now in the
with
comment
his
section below,
presence.
let us know which one of these segments you thought was the scariest.
Well,
and that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.
I don't know if there was one that was particularly the scariest. That was a decent video. Yeah, we'll go with it. Hopefully it comes out right in the recording. I'm still working with this new program that I downloaded today. Trying to do these videos a little bit better. And learning how to use this is definitely a journey. Bear with me. Have a good night.